Stand for the prayer and pledge.
Father in heaven, bless us as we gather here today for this meeting. Guide our minds and hearts so that we will work for the good of our community. Teach us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in the face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Thy will be done. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Hancock County Commission in order this Thursday, April 18th, 2013. Bid opening award. Mr. Zielinski, do you have that bid for the...
No, sir, I do not.
Does Karen have that bid?
Yes, Karen does.
It's for the old Weir High Football Stadium home seating section.
This is from the Edison Local School District, Hammondsville, Ohio, from Joe DeBolt. And he is bidding $20,000 for the home seating section at the old Weir High Football Stadium.
Thank you. It's the only bid we have?
It's the only bid we have, sir.
Gentlemen, is that including the removal of the bleachers? No cost associated to the county
Correct.
on these? They're going to pay to have them removed?
Absolutely.
I got you.
Yeah, and there was also a deadline of the end of May to have those seats
That may be
removed.
negotiable. It may take a little bit longer than that. We talked a little bit.
I move that we approve the bid as presented.
We have that motion. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that bid, and we'll be talking to you, Joe, after this meeting. All right. Any citizen presentations today? Having none, I'll go to correspondence. Robert Pennington, West Virginia Department of Highways. Statewide Transportation Improvement Program, STIP 2013-2018. Listing of proposed amendments is available for public review and comment. Gentlemen, I think we just make that a matter of
Move
record.
to make that a matter of record.
That list is in our agenda, if anyone wants to look at it, an agenda packet there. It has been moved and made a matter of record. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Melissa A. Thompson, Department of Economic and Community Development, requesting approval of a resolution to continue participation in the Northern Panhandle Home Consortium.
Move to approve that request.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Mary Jo Thompson, Director, West Virginia Development Office, requesting approval of a proclamation recognizing April 2013 as Fair Housing Month. That is in our agenda items in there, gentlemen.
Yes, it is. Move to approve that request as well.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have. Under D, Rhonda Stubb, Executive Director, A Child's Place Casa Ltd., A Child's Place Casa and the Comfort House, requesting approval of proclamation recognizing April as Child Abuse Prevention Month. Rhonda, would you like to speak to that this morning, this afternoon?
Of course. So, yeah. It's a child. Okay, sorry. You want me to get up?
Would you come up to the microphone, please?
On the camera. Oh, and the camera and the microphone and everything.
Both of them.
Fantastic. Can I sing?
Yes,
I'm Rhonda Stubbs with the Child's Place CASA, and CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and we advocate for abused and neglected children. We recruit, screen, train, supervise community citizens who advocate on behalf of the abused and neglected children in Brooke and Hancock County, and unfortunately we had our hugest caseload ever last year in 2012. And we tripled the amount of Hancock County children we are serving. Such is the state of the state with heroin addiction in our community. So obviously, April is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and we wanted to try to be more proactive in getting out there in the community. And I'm talking about April Child Abuse Awareness Month. Sweeney Memorial Public Library has our cutouts out there right now, and we're going to
Nice.
move them around in the community and get a little bit more going. And Comfort House and A Child's Place Casa are collaborating on something that will be at Mary H. Weir Library on Saturday. We're doing something called the Clothesline Project. And there's going to be T-shirts, victims of violence. Any victim, adult or child, are decorating a T-shirt to talk about their experience, and we're going to have those hanging out in front of the library for about a week. So we appreciate the Hancock County Commission recognizing April as Child Abuse Awareness Month, and we're hoping for a photo op before the end of the meeting. And I didn't get a chance to notify the commission yet, but Mike Lucas from the Hancock County Prosecutor's Office, who's handling all the child abuse matters, is joining in with a proclamation request.
Thank you.
Thank you. Move to approve that request.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Oakland Public Service District, requesting approval to use existing county right-of-ways in the Clay District.
Mike?
Thank you, Commission. I'm here on behalf of the Oakland Public Service District as their counsel. There are approximately 3 roads, Daniel Drive, Kit Drive, and Lowe's Drive within the Clay District that are going to be part of the district's water line extension project. We're going to be accepting, just from those 3 roads, approximately 20 new customers, which is only part of the overall project. But the reason we're requesting right-of-ways is that the rights-of-way along those roads are somewhat, at least partially, owned by the county. Obviously, we need county approval in order to run our water lines underneath those roadways, and that is really the essence of the request.
Move to approve the request from Oakland PSD to use our existing right-of-ways, county right-of-ways.
Any discussion?
Oh,
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Steve.
Mike, are you boring under the roads or are you going to be trenching?
My understanding is that I'm not an engineer, but I would say, my understanding is it'll be more of I think a trenching. They'll basically put them underneath and then they'll be covering back up. So they will be repairing, there might be somewhat of a tearing up of the roads, but they will, as they have in the past with some of the other roads, they'll put them back as they found them, hopefully even in better condition than when they found them with new gravel or whatever the pavement was at that point in time.
And these are all private roads?
Well, they're partially private, and they're partially public. We're only requesting that the county grant us a right-of-way for whatever rights-of-way it has, which, according to the mapper's office, some of these roads are at least in part public roads. So we've gotten permission from the private landowners. The county is the last step in being able to run our water line, which we hope to start next Monday.
Okay, but they're not maintained, that's what I'm trying to
No.
They're not maintained by the county?
They are not.
They're either private roads or they're on the state highway system, but the county doesn't have any responsibility of maintaining these roads?
No responsibility to maintain them. They've just, in a sense, they've become public because by default, in a sense.
Very good, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. F, Kathy Colabrese, resignation from the Hancock County Parks and Recreation Board of Directors effective April 8th, 2013.
Move to accept her resignation.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Don Murray, resignation from the Hancock County Abandoned Building Ordinance Committee Board effective April 1st, 2013.
Move to accept as well.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Under new business, County Commission, advertise the available position of the Hancock County Parks and Recreation Board of Directors on the county website. The applicant must be a resident of Butler District.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Advertise the available position on the Hancock County Abandoned Building Ordinance Committee Board on the county website.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Approval of the retirement of Ms. Ann Spektic to commence May 1st, 2013, who for the last several years has been our secretary.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Thank you. Office of Technology and Communication, requesting approval to enter in a new phone contract with Frontier Communications for all phone lines currently under the county commission. Mr. Zelinski, is there anything you wanted to say on that?
Yes, sir. We in previous years have had two phone providers. That was Frontier, who basically have all of our 911 trunks, and a company called FiberNet, who were acquired by Lumos Networks a number of years ago. This would place all the phone lines under one provider. We've had several instances where we've tried to get lines repaired, and it's almost an impossible task. So moving these over, we're getting state contract pricing, and it's basically saving the county a substantial amount of money on a monthly basis.
Thank you, Mr. Zelinski.
Move to approve Mr. Zelinski's request.
All in
Yes,
favor?
one
Oh,
question.
sorry, Mr. Fahey.
The last time we switched carriers, we got sued because the term of the contract with the prior carrier wasn't up. We don't have any problem with that this time?
No, sir. This one, in fact, I asked that question of Frontier. They send a letter to Lumos Network basically saying that they are the provider of the county.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
No, thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Requesting approval and authorization to release the OEM 911 and Health Department Complex project for bid. Mr. Zelinski.
Yes, sir. We've worked with our engineering and architect firm, L.R. Kimball. The construction documents will be available approximately the 29th of April. We would like to have the commission's permission to advertise the next 2 weeks, next 2 Thursdays, in the various newspapers, and have a pre-bid meeting on May 15th with final architect bids being submitted to the commission by May 31st.
Mr. Zelinski, that also includes the county policy of, if it's a county bid, it's 5%, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Move to request, to approve the request as presented to us.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Requesting approval of the implementation of the Emergency Medical Dispatching EMD program for the E911 Center. Mr. Zelinski.
This EMD stands for Emergency Medical Dispatching, is a mandate by House Bill 2013, and basically provides that all dispatch centers in the state of West Virginia provide emergency medical dispatching on or before July 1st of this year. In order to be compliant with this mandate, we have taken on a couple of actions. One, we have selected, pending approval of her position, is Dr. Anna Surrey as the medical director to the EMD program for the 911 Center. She will provide medical direction and assistance before we begin the planning and the actual implementation of the program. We also need to have approved by the commission a guidance committee. This guidance committee will have individuals from each of the agencies which are represented in your packet as part of the ongoing EMD program. And this committee will provide oversight and direction for the proper implementation of the program. And those two actions are being requested today, and we will hope to have training to begin sometime by the mid-May timeframe for our dispatchers.
Wow.
I'll accept a motion to approve that.
It's, what, 9 weeks? We can get it done?
We're also making some provisions with our communications provider to, we have to redirect from the current way that we transfer calls out of the center to the ambulance services. This now has to be directed through a two-way communications line. We're also working with our communications provider to provide us that capability before the July 1st timeframe.
It's code, I don't see what, you see any
We're-
bumps?
Well, the bumps.
Major bumps?
The bumps are, we're gonna have to essentially do 2 waves of training, and we're gonna actually have the trainer present on site to get as many dispatchers in each wave as we possibly can and complete the wave in 2 waves, actually.
And we will have some time later today to discuss part of this, correct?
Yes, sir, we will.
Okay.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Dog Warden, approval of monthly dog warden report for the month of March.
Move to approve as presented.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Approval of exoneration orders.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Approval of general county bills.
$11,043.55. The P-card payments is $39,240.39.
So we had more P-card payments than we had general county bills, okay. All right.
Cindy, on the P card, though, what is the percentage that we're getting back from the auditor's office?
1.5.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Approval of Oakland PSD bills.
There are none.
Approval of fire allocation bills and requisitions.
There are none.
Approval of library levy fund bills and
They're
requisitions.
okay to pay.
I move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Approval of animal shelter levy fund bills and requisitions.
There are none.
Approval of shelter workshop bills and
There are
requisitions.
none.
Miss Brenda, anything today?
No, I have nothing today. Thank you.
Counselor?
Nothing, sir.
Miss Cindy? Sheriff?
No, I think we discussed everything already. Thank you.
You've done it all. All right. Mr. Alonji?
Looks good, Mike.
He does look good. Mr. Alonji? Mr. Vitus?
No, sir.
Mr. Zelinski?
Yes, sir. One thing to come before the commission, we're introducing a new tax software for the upcoming
That's right.
tax season. This will be available for citizens of Hancock County to utilize to pay their taxes online or at the tax window. This won't be available for a couple of months while we get the employees trained properly in its use. But it's going to be, I think, a convenience for those who like to pay their taxes online.
Now, there is a fee to your credit card, am I correct?
Yes, it will be posted at the window for those citizens who tend to use a credit card, what those fees are, because my understanding is they differ by credit card provider. So those will be posted at the window and will be posted on the website.
Thank you. Anything else?
So,
Miss Eleanor? Before I turn to the commissioners, old guest here.
I don't know if you're aware. I didn't have a chance to talk to you about it earlier. The cruisers, 4 of the cruisers have come in, the 6 that we've ordered. Picked them up Monday. The graphics have been, I was able to find somebody locally to do our graphics instead of taking them outside of the state. And they should be up and running soon.
Good.
At a good price, by the way, for the graphics.
Well, we treat you good, don't we? You know, we have tough with one guy getting, to prove all this, so, it's a tough thing, buddy. We're there with you. The extension office, the emergency services, the 911, the health department. Anybody have anything to bring today? Commissioner Schwartzman?
Got a responsible job up there, you know that. I got this request. I don't know if you guys didn't get this, did you? It's simply from a citizen in Newell with some safety concerns. It's basically about dogs running. It's basically in the park up there. So I think we should, and there's some suggestions here to correct this. I think we should just forward this on to the
Mr. Keller?
park board since he's here. I'll forward this on to you. You're welcome. That's all I had.
Mr. Davis?
Sheriff, the vehicles, I take it you're going to be having a few of them taken out of service?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
We're juggling with which ones are soft. We've got some that should be taken out of service, but we'll have to maintain them. We're just juggling them around a little bit right now, and there are ones that, of course, will be taken out of service. I'm also looking at taking the best of our junk, excuse me, and possibly keeping it in service for an extra vehicle for the reserve.
That was gonna be my question. Very good, thank you. I have nothing else.
Sheriff, did you want to talk at all about the COPS grant you're applying for, which we have not agreed to, but we are talking about it?
Yeah, this just came in today. I did mention it to the commissioners earlier. There's a COPS grant, opportunity for us to apply for grant, and it's a 75-25 split. Wherein the governor picks up the 25% and the commission will pick up 75%. That's for 3 years. After that, we're to absorb what we have. That's pretty much the way it's been done in the past, except it started out with 100%, and then it was 90-10, and then it kept breaking it all the way down to you end up having it within 3 to 5 years anyways, all on your shoulders. But the commissioners, Mr. Greathouse yourself, came to me approximately, 2 months ago?
Right.
You were quite concerned about what our thoughts were collectively, because we had a meeting with all the different law enforcement departments in our county. What we could do for beefing up security for schools. And your main concern at the time, and still is, I'm sure, was the grade schools. So this is an opportunity that we could go after this grant, and if we get it, we could possibly be able to put an officer in the grade schools. We have 2 up here in Upper Ended County, and we'll have 1 eventually when they get the one built in Weird. So that's 3 spots is what I'm looking for. And you gave me the go-ahead earlier to go ahead and make the application. Of course, making an application doesn't necessarily mean we're going to either get it or that you're going to accept it. So we'll at least get the paper started.
We probably should have some conversations with the school board also about that.
Most definitely.
That's your side of the business.
Okay, thank you.
My side is supplying cops.
All right. Anything else before the commission today? If not, I will accept the motion we adjourn.
So move.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.